Anyway, I've been hearing what's been said in the comment section about throwing some camo on this sucker, so I decided to do a burlap wrap. I wanted to come out here and test it to make sure it wouldn't blow off this 50 before I brought it to you guys and showed you how I wrap this sucker up. So, stay tuned. At the end of the video, I'll be going over the DIY instructions on how to make your own burlap wrap, if you just so happen to want to. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so like I was saying, I want to really make sure that this doesn't come off. And that first shot, it looks like it's holding on pretty good. Let's give it 3 more just to make sure. Alright. Yeah. Get my ear pro on. And let's get some. Safety on. And as you can see, it did push it back a little, but I didn't ruin it. Well, and the last thing I want to do is a little bit of a camo test. So what I'm going to do is put it out there with a wrap on it first, take a video, pause it, and take the wrap off, and show you all the difference. All right. Well, there you go, before and after. I have to say that wrap does a pretty good job at making it just a little harder to pick out the lines and the silhouette of a big old black Gertha. So here we are, back at the garage. I wanted to show you guys exactly how I camoed up Gertha there. As I was saying, I was turned on to the AK operator video about how to camo up a rifle if you didn't want to paint it. And thanks, Matt, for that comment, by the way, and that link. I was checking out that video and I kind of thought I could use some modernizing. So here's what you'll need to start off with if you want to do the exact same thing. You need 2 different camo burlaps. This one's more of a dark woodland. This one's more of a desert. You'll need some utility scissors. And you'll need some of these canopy ties. Now these guys are just from Walmart. But I brought one out that's more made for camping, just to show you all kind of what to avoid. Unless you're one of those operators that just, geez, knows those poppies are growing at that perfect time you're going to get out there. Maybe that orange would match, but otherwise, yeah, let me go step by step and show you guys exactly how I did this. Okay, so starting off with this dark base layer, I wanted to show you guys exactly where I'll be cutting it. I'll be cutting it right here for the bipod, and then I need a little hole in the top here to free up this front sight and my sling swivel. Also, this will be an indexing point for when I want to take it off and put it back on. And also, I've got to cut it right about here because that's going to be the overall length. I'm going to make it about 12 inches wide as well, so it'll be able to wrap. So, let me show you what that looks like in a moment. Okay, so I've got the holes cut, and I wanted to show you all. I made space for the bipod on the layer that's going to actually be wrapping here by cutting it all the way down so they can wrap up. And then here I had to make another hole past this one that indexes the sights to also index the wrapping of it as well. Now let's get those bungee balls on there and put it all together. Well, alright, and now that we got that base layer worked out, let's work on phase 2. Got the burlap laid out. What you want to do is cut off some strips that are to your desired size. These ones that I put on here are about 8 inches long. So let me cut out a box, show you what that looks like. Well, now we got a nice little square cut out of there. Now let's work on making that square into strips. Okay, so we made our strips. Starting to get them attached to our bungee ball here. And I'm putting only 3 of them on at once, and I just wanted to give a heads up to how I'm putting them on here because there is kind of a wrong way of doing it. You just want to put it on one side of your bungee, not wrapping around them both and pinching them, because that will end up spreading it apart and probably loosening your knot. These are just, you know, normal tie knots, nothing really special about them. But I did want to show you, put them on one side so that when you loop this around, it can attach, and then you can adjust where these are exactly. I'm only putting 3 on myself. So yeah, let's see how these look on the rifle. I'm actually going to have a total of 5 of these, strapping the original piece of burlap down. So it'll be dark with light colored leaves. Well, and here we are at the end of the video. I think it came out looking pretty cool. I got the slit cut so that the bipod is not affected, and I can still see my front sights. And yeah, I got all those bungee balls on there. So I did hear what you all said about camoing this sucker up. I looked it up and thought I could do my own little take on it. I hope you all thought this came out as cool as I do. Let me leave you off with a little Bible verse, and it comes from Luke chapter 21, starting off in 17. And you shall be hated by all because of my name, but not a hair of your head shall be lost at all. Possess your lives by your endurance. That's my message to y'all. Endure. Hope you got something out of it. Hit like and subscribe.